Welcome back, everyone, to Baldur's Gate 2. You're here with Rand Lefebvre, otherwise known as DraxxKraven. Let us try to face... It's not Saravok's trial, but he did inform us of its existence. You're one of us. You're a Bhaalspawn, aren't you? But you don't need to worry about me. I'm dead. I'm a nobody. I grew up in a small farming village. I don't even know what I was until they came for me. But I knew I was different. You can hear the screams at night, can't you? You feel the blood of the murdered, how it flows all around you. 1,000 different pains, and you're nothing but a solitary echo. I did. I guess you never got beyond that. Totally understandable. It's not terrible. It's inviting. It calls to you. And if you give in to it, if you offer your entire heart up to it, everything becomes crystal clear. 1 murder, 2, 1,000, it's all just you. I murdered 3 of the local girls until I was driven out, and then I went to the city. Murder was easier there. I felt the call every night. You can taste life, you know? And it is divine. But you resist it, don't you? Why would you do that? I can feel you've murdered many, and yet you resist all the good that we alone, the Bhaalspawn, can appreciate. After all, the only thing you need to fear is retribution. A pile of kobolds? Ah, doppelgangers. Jahira, is your AI broken? Oh, yep, it is. There we go. What the fuck was that? That drow warrior hopped at me. So you survived retribution. I didn't, but then you know how to kill a lot better than I ever did. Strange thing is, the longer you survive, the more blood you have on your hands. There's never an end to the retribution. Or is there? Aha! I have gained the ability Pocket Plane. Now I can phase in and out of the Pocket Plane. I think there's one more thing Cespinar can do that's useful. Cespinar.
Cespinar gladly serves a great one. Cespinar makes good butler, yes?
Nope, nope. Huh.
Nope. I see nothing more than matches with my recipes. No more shiny ones. Oh well. Back to cleaning, I guess.
Oh God. A siege against fire giants is a whole other thing.
The general is too busy to meet with the likes of these commoners. Move along and no one gets hurt.
These people represent the concerns of the entire town. Please, good soldiers, hear their case.
Our food is almost gone. Our children cry out in hunger. Your master must hear our pleas.
The plight of peasants is not Gromnir Ilkhan's concern. Stand aside, townsfolk.
If you know what's good for you, you'll all head back to your homes.
The army outside the city will surely kill us all. Your master cannot just turn his back on us.
Oh, but he can.
Clear these gates. You won't get another warning.
Threats are not the answer here. Everyone stay calm and we can work together to find a solution.
Our orders are clear. Move these peasants along or we'll move them along ourselves.
No one do anything rash. Perhaps if we return later, when it is more convenient for Gromnir Ilkhan to see us?
No, Melisande. We will not
not be bullied this time. We will stay right here until they take us to Grumnir.
We demand to see Grumnir. Take us to Ilkhan.
There's just no reasoning with you people. You only understand the edge of a sword.
I told you to clear these gates. You brought this on yourselves.
No! Put down your weapons! This is not necessary! What's this? A child of Bhaal appears from nowhere? Possible.
Unless...
Intruders! Spies! The walls have been breached!
No! Hold your weapons! These might be allies come to help!
Don't fall for their tricks. Kill them all, and let the gods sort them out.
Classic. Oh shit, Viconia died. What the fuck killed Viconia?
Son, a friend. Welcome to Saradush. I
Huh?
regret your first encounter in this town was so bloody.
How do you know my name? I've watched the events of your life quite closely, Drax, as I do with all the progeny of the Lord of Murder. I've seen many of your kin slain over these past months. Why are Bhaal's children of such interest? You might consider me to be a guardian, for want of a better term. I know the prophecies of Alondo. I know some feel they allude to the return of Bhaal. But taking an active interest in the fate of Bhaal's offspring, you and those like you, I hope to prevent the Lord of Murder from returning to the realms in any form. Got it. You're just another person meddling in the fate of Bhaal's children. I don't know how you came to be here, but I fear you're now trapped here in Saradush like the rest of us. I'm going to go on a limb and guess it's my job to get everyone out of this trap. There's little hope of escape from the besieged town. In addition to the army surrounding us, dark magic prevents us from even sending messages beyond the walls. Beyond the walls of Saradush awaits the army of Yagashura. They've laid siege to the town, seeking the death of all those who share your tainted blood. Is there any hope of stopping the slaughter? First, we must deal with General Grumnir, the man who now runs the city of Saradush. Grumnir is also a child of Bhaal, and was once a powerful general. I brought him and his loyal men here to protect Saradush and the many Bhaalspawn gathered here seeking sanctuary. But Grumnir is mad. He barricaded himself in the castle throne room, and his troops run amok through the town with no regard for the lives and rights of the citizens. I like this Grumnir's style. I should break down the castle walls and kill him for his cowardice. The actions of Grumnir and his soldiers have caused dissension within the town and made it almost impossible for the loyal Saradush militia to defend the walls. We've got to first defeat the enemy within before we can end the siege. You must find a way inside the castle. Perhaps you can reason with him, but I fear he's beyond reason. I'm afraid you'll have to kill the general to give Saradush any hope of surviving the siege. For the sake of the town, I'll try to reason with this mad general. I may be difficult to find after this. The town suffers and my hours are spent doing what I can for the people. If you have another question, I'd suggest you ask it now. Is there somewhere I can get provision and supplies? The innkeeper of the Tankard Tree is more tolerant than most, and the Temple of Joaquin will turn no one away. Alright, I got some more questions. Tell me more about Yagashura. He's a Bhaalspawn, perhaps as powerful as you. He and his army will not rest until every child of Bhaal within these walls is dead. Why is Yagashura killing all the other Bhaalspawn? Until you prove yourself, there's some secrets I'm going to keep for the guarantee the safety of the people I've sworn to protect. Alright then, fine. I understand. You want some leverage. Any tips to get into the castle? Grumnir's own mages make approach the gates hopeless. If you have find a way in, I just pray one exists. Understood. I will not fail. Uh-oh.
Yes?
Could you pick up Oliver's stuff?
Pick it up yourself. I'll carry no more.
Oh, it's finally been called Tensor's transformation. Nice.
Pardon, Lieutenant.
Okay. Goddamn. Able to identify most things at a glance. Okay. Hey, militia headquarters, stairs to the second floor, Castle Saradush, Kaiser's home, the prison, a Temple of Joaquin, a tavern, the Countess's house, the Arcana archives, and Grumnir's barracks. Okay. Well, let's go to the Temple of Joaquin and resurrect... actually, we can just go to the tavern. And I got 22,000 gold. Fuck it, I'll spend some. Justicearial. Let's start with your services. Hey. Cure serious wounds. I think we're gonna need a little bit more than that. Freeze dead. Jesus Christ. 1,600 gold. Okay. What can you tell me about Gromnir? Tormented man, afflicted in both spirit and mind. The taint of Bhaal's poison in his blood and tortures his soul. Okay, so he's a Bhaalspawn, so he might just be terrified of being killed. Trust no one and has locked himself away in the palace to await the inevitable end of this siege. I fear that he will bring destruction to us all. What do you know about Melisande? A virtuous woman, truly kind and compassionate. She brought the Bhaalspawn to Ceradush to find them sanctuary within its walls, and Gromnir took advantage of her hospitality. Do you know a way I could get into the castle? He's capable of anything, brother. I've got to find him. Very well, I'll help you with the task. That will not be an easy one. Several years ago, I was asked to seal the entrance to the city jail to keep a great evil from escaping into the city. As a cleric of some power, I was the only one who was able to do it. I'm loath to reopen the entrance, lest the evil escape into the city, but if you think you can reason with Gromnir, perhaps it's worth the risk. What kind of evil are we talking about? Powerful undead creatures. Bring holy water before you go down. This key will open the door, but the door itself has been warded against the undead, but once you're below, you'll have no protection. Okay. Sounds good. I don't need anything else. I didn't even see what killed her. Is that really all of her equipment? That was damn near perfect. No, there was a necklace. Or did I forget to pick it up? Weird. Maybe I put it on him? I don't know.
On my honor.
I'm gonna go back out there to check.
Be welcome, lest we endanger ourselves.
Looks like the humans and dwarves are gonna rumble.
Sarabok stands ready.
Your daddy's dead, kiddo.
Yes, it shall be. Something on your mind?
The real enemy is outside those gates. Stop this childish bickering before I lose my temper. This human's a Bhaalspawn? Look, brawling in the streets is one thing, but none of us is looking to get killed. Come on, lads. You heard the man. Let's clear out. Cool. Huh. Where does this lead to? You know what? Maybe we should take some refuge indoors real quick.
Consider it done.
Vikag and Piltje. Hecton. Okay. What's up? Didn't I run into you in trade meet? Perhaps. I spent a brief time there between jumps. Jumps? The curse of my ball-tainted blood. Whenever I was afraid, I would suddenly be teleported to a completely new part of the world. Most disruptive, especially when I was being hunted. Hunted? By the Bhaalspawn, of course. Yagashora, for one. Others. Whenever I tried to build a life, the hunters would show up. Huh. So how come you haven't jumped out of Ceradush? It's kind of ironic, actually. I ran to Melisande during my travels. She helped me. She tries to help all the Bhaalspawn. She helped me cure so my fear wouldn't make me jump. At first, it was a great relief, but knowing you can be snatched away, I pray every day that my curse will manifest again. Huh. Do you know where I can find Gromnir? He's in the throne room of the castle. Okay.
Hi, friend.
Excuse me? Nobody believes me. Why would they? After all, why would they even think about the fact that there are monsters amongst us preying on us? Vampires, courtesans, some of them anyway. They started disappearing after the siege began. No one knew where they went, and then they started to reappear, changed. Oh. I'm not scared of vampires. You're not? Then you've got to be one of them. You work for them. Whoops.
I trust all is well.
All right, what do you got? Oh, he owns the tavern. And he's like, try not to die. Okay.
Something on your mind?
Rest would be welcome,
is my
lest
task?
we endanger ourselves.
I am beginning to tire of spending my time with
On my honor.
Oh, Vikong has magic resistance, eh? Well, I mean, I've got enough. Tavern wench, magic resistance. Okay, so magic resistance works on people even.
I got some cheap beer for ya.
We just need a nap. It's nap time. Okay, cool.
What is my task?
We're all back at 100%.
Best.
Which one's the Grumnir barracks? Here we go. Can we check this one out?
You need my skills, I see. Oh, I could do
On
that.
my honor, yes.
Nobody's allowed in here but Gorog's men. You have about 5 seconds to slink out of here before I turn my men loose on you. Sorry, we're not looking for trouble.
Very well.
Okay, so his is an orcish army.
You sound like got it.
Yes, as you asked.
It'll be done with skill and care, if not
Okay, that opens by some other means. What do we got? What do we got? The Arcana Archives, Countess's house, Militia Headquarters. Maybe the militia have some advice. I know I can go to the basement of the temple, not the basement of the temple, the basement of the prison, but I want to review my options.
I am beginning to tire.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
But you have to make a positive identification. He is the one, Matteo. He's the traitor. No, the Countess must be mad with grief. There must be some mistake. Before my beloved son Arctic disappeared, he told me what he had witnessed, Matteo, opening the gate. There, surely you now see my overzealous Captain Saman, that you egregious accusations have needlessly vilified my impeccable character. Kaiser Jerry. Captain, I stringently demand you incarcerate this heinous felon immediately. You make no demands of me, Kaiser Jerry. I fulfill my duties as I see fit. Men, take Matteo away and escort the Countess to her quarters. Yes, please take me away from this place.
what is it?
Well, Captain, I'm free to go now. Is this travesty of justice, this witch hunt, this fiasco finally at an end? Huh.
Consider it done.
What can it be now?
Why'd the soldiers drag the young man away? Someone opened a secret gate into the town. Saradish could easily have been overrun. We just discovered the traitor was a young man named Matteo. You don't sound convinced. There's no doubt in my mind that someone betrayed us. The enemy came through a small sewer outlet that was protected by both a locked iron gate and several powerful magical wards. There's no way to open that entrance on the outside, but Matteo is a faithful soldier, not the type of man to betray Saradish. Maybe he didn't. An alarm was raised, and my soldiers arrived only a few moments after the gate was opened. We found 3 people in the area: Matteo, Arctic Santel, and the merchant Kaiser Jerry. Ha ha ha! Funny. I strongly suspected Kaiser. He's a greedy, self-serving weasel who'd sell his own mother if the price was right. What changed your mind? We didn't get a chance to complete the investigation. Arctic, the son of the Countess, disappeared. He was our primary witness. Maybe Arctic himself is the culprit. No, not Arctic. Someone who didn't know better might think Arctic was taking revenge for Grumnir's banishment of his father, but the Count was nothing but cruel, violent bastard. Grumnir did Arctic and the Countess a favor. Still, his disappearance is suspicious. No, it isn't. Arctic was taking his regular shift manning the battlements. He wouldn't be the first taken by an enemy arrow or some foul spell, so maybe Matteo murdered him. Our attention wasn't focused on the vile Kaiser, but when we had no proof, then the Countess told us that Arctic, her son, had implicated Matteo before he disappeared. That's a pretty weak case, if you ask me. If you knew the Countess, you'd know that her word is beyond reproach, and she has nothing to gain from a lie. Matteo was Arctic's closest friend. Accusing him was very traumatic for her. Still, I have to admit, this does not sit well in my gullet. I was so sure Kaiser was the culprit. To discover he was one of my own men, I'm shocked. So now you just sit back and wait for the execution? Matteo will not be executed, not while we are under siege. The defense of Saradish is my first concern, but if I had more time, I'd investigate further. I could delve into it. I'll not send your way. Speak to Matteo in his cell. The jailer will let you see him. Alright, sure. Easy peasy.